You're listening to Systemic Error Podcast. The failure was designed.
Trump's effort to steal Taylor Swift's spotlight backfires big time, based on an article by Sarah K. Burris. The White House turned into a fan account, a presidency that needs attention. The reporting describes a familiar Trump move, turning public power into private theater, on a night when Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce's wedding had the spotlight at Madison Square Garden. The White House leaned in with a sign reading "Trump is your president," then followed with more self-centered spectacle, including an Eras tour poster and a revived tease about putting Trump on Mount Rushmore. That is the story in miniature. A presidential office behaving less like an institution and more like a grievance brand. Who actually holds power? The person with institutional power here is not Swift, not the commenters, and not the fans trading insults online. It is the White House, which chose to insert itself into the event, and Trump, who treats state imagery as if it were campaign merch. He already has the machinery of government, the office, the attention, and the ability to command coverage. The point of the stunt is not persuasion in any serious sense. It is domination of the conversation. The source is Misdirection problem. The article gestures toward a celebrity feud, but that framing is too small for what is happening. Swift did endorse Kamala Harris and previously urged people to register and vote against Trump. Trump responded with "I hate Taylor Swift." That is not political analysis. It is a public official using the prestige of his office to nurse a personal wound. When coverage centers the feud, it risks laundering an exercise in authoritarian ego into harmless entertainment gossip. What this really is, this is not trolling in the cute internet sense. It is a president and White House staff using institutional attention to manufacture conflict, redirect scrutiny, and keep the frame on Trump's emotions instead of on his record. The references to Epstein files, price hikes, and the fake signs all show how quickly the public reads this spectacle as accusation, not policy. That is because Trump has trained the political media environment to treat his provocations as the main event while the substantive damage sits in the background. Why Swift matters more than Trump wants. The Hollywood Reporter's point, as quoted in the source, is the important one. Swift matters because she reaches people Trump needs, including voters in swing states. That is exactly why he attacks her. He is not sparring with an equal. He is trying to intimidate a culturally powerful figure because she is a vehicle for Democratic-aligned voters and because she can still move attention away from him on his worst days. The fact that his supporters loved the trolling only confirms the strategy. Convert public life into a loyalty test and keep the base entertained while everyone else is dragged into the circus. The pattern: Trump's politics keep collapsing into the same formula. Take public institutions, turn them into personal branding platforms, and use provocation to displace accountability. Mount Rushmore, presidential signs, AI fantasies, and celebrity feuds are not sideshows. They are the method. The damage is political even when the content looks frivolous because it normalizes a presidency that governs by insult, spectacle, and obsession. The problem is not that Trump is rude to celebrities. The problem is that he uses state power like a mirror and expects the country to applaud the reflection. You've been listening to Systemic Error. Thanks to AlterNet for today's article. With the automated voice of Marcus, thanks for listening.